Hi, I'm Bella. I grew up living on a sailboat sailing the world with my family, and after spending the past year and a half refitting our dream boat, I'm now 18 and still sailing the world with my family and sharing it all with you. So come along for an adventure of a lifetime. Today I'm going to be answering your guys' questions. I asked you on last week's video, ask me questions because you always do, and I'm going to answer them today. And that is what I did. I got a lot of your questions here with me today. I'm probably not going to answer them all, and I'm sorry, so if I didn't answer your question, then you can comment down below and I'll just answer it in the comments. Let's get into it. The first question I have today: is there a place that you would like to sail to that you haven't been to? Yes, there are so many places that we have not sailed to that I would love to go. Probably number one is French Polynesia. The Pacific Islands look incredible, and well, they look very similar to where I spent a lot of my life in Southeast Asia, like Indonesia, you know, tropical islands, surf, clear water, coconuts. So I would love to go there one day. And also like Europe, I'd love to sail to Greece. It just looks incredible. Again, clear water, and there's like cliff jumping, so you know, it just looks amazing. Plans for near future: stay sailing with family for Pacific crossing, or thinking of uni, other study. Okay, plans for the future. I do not really have many plans. I do not plan for the future much. I literally just plan for tomorrow. Plans for staying for the Pacific crossing, which would be hopefully happening next year. And so far, yes, I would probably want to stay in Catalpa sailing with my family another year, because you guys know we spent a year and a half in a hard stand in a desert fixing this boat to get it ready to sail across oceans and continue sailing. And well, yeah, I think I definitely want to travel to some more places on this boat because that was a lot of hard work. Anyway, so college and studying. Right now it's a definite no. I can't really see that in my future, and that's not really for me. Goal for my future: I'd love to make this YouTube thing work, travel the world, and eventually maybe one day get my own boat. That's like big dreams. Get to the next question. If you could no longer live on a boat, where would you be and what would you be doing for fun and earning a living? Okay, if I could no longer live on a boat, I'd love to live on like an island somewhere in like a cute little house on the beach with like crystal clear water, surfing every day. And what would I do for a job? A stay-at-home wife and raising kids. That would be great. I have no idea. I did used to want to be a doctor, so I guess in a like fantasy world that I wasn't living on a boat and I was living on the land, let's just say a doctor. And the next question: how do you do those dolphin rings? Okay, I get this question a lot and I never know how to answer it. I've been doing these since I was very little. Like, the only thing that I can say how to do it is just have your head levelly back and just like, I just go like. Since being back in the water, they have not been as good as what I used to be able to do, so again, I'm trying to like get them better, but then I just like, it's like a and that is how you do them. Hi Bella, my Q&A question for your upcoming video: what are things you miss from about the old boat, and what are the things you think the old boat did better than the new boat? They say every boat is a compromise. The new is probably better in many aspects, but there must be some aspects of the old boat that were pretty good as well, right? So if you didn't know, before this boat that we have right now, our Pearson 530, we had a 45-foot ferro cement boat that we had for 8 years that we lived on sailing Australia and Southeast Asia. That boat was ferro cement and it was quite small. It is kind of hard to which is better, like the pros and cons of the boats, because our last boat, it had a lot of problems. It stopped us from going to like a lot of places. It wasn't very seaworthy. Pros though, one thing that I noticed from our last boat to this boat is it is way quieter. So this boat is fiberglass, and when we're sailing and rocking and rolling, it does creak a bit. On our last boat, which was ferro cement, it was very quiet and it did not creak at all, and it was like inside was like a cave. It was very quiet. The reason we left that old boat behind is we wanted to cross the Indian Ocean. We wanted to sail the world, but that boat really stopped us and just held us kind of in Southeast Asia and Australia, and we never got to cross any big oceans in her because she just was not seaworthy. We did try once, but you know, it's a whole nother story. Did not make it, obviously. I mean, the pros to our last boat are probably the places that we got to go, and like the memories that we have on that boat is just like irreplaceable. They were like top tier memories, and the places that we got to go, like some of the most beautiful in the world. I don't think I could go back to that boat. Like, this boat is such a big upgrade. Our level of living has just like gone up. I have my own room. Like on our last boat, I had this little side bed on top of a diesel bladder, and so like it kind of smelled of diesel. The boat was breaking every 5 seconds. It was not seaworthy. Yeah, it's kind of uncomparable. Let's move on to the next question. What's the worst part about boat life as a kid? Okay, so I was raised from the age of 8 till 18, so I've spent more of my life living on a boat than I have on the land. For me, the worst part's probably like family. Rarely get to see our family, but I do know a lot of boat kids, and their one thing is like friends and not having friends and stuff around, because a lot of the time you're out just on the ocean with your family. I love when we do meet people and we have some like amazing friends all around the world, and obviously that is one of the hardest parts. But yeah, I was definitely not one of those kids where like that was the hardest part. Looking back on my childhood, I wouldn't change it. I got to see so many incredible things and go so many amazing places. It's hard to be like, oh, the worst part, which there's obviously a worst part, but I don't know, because I love this life so much. For my family, it was like a whole family decision, and my family always said if we ever want to go back, we can. For my family, it was like a choice every day to like wake up and want this life of living on the ocean. Challenge being a boat kid's probably just friends, and then yeah, leaving your family and not really getting to see family that much. But other than that, I find it is pretty great. So let's move on to the next question. How tall are you? I am 5'7", I'm pretty sure. Do you like freediving? Yes, I love freediving. It's probably one of my favourite things to do. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, that is like a question I get asked a lot. Like, what do I see my future plans? Where do I see myself in 5 years? I have no idea. Can't even see myself in 1 year, so I have no idea in 5 years where I'll be. Kind of scary to think about. I'll be in my 20s. What would I be doing? I don't know. Hopefully something fun and amazing. I'm sorry that did not answer your question. How old are you? I am 18 years old. Do you think you'll stay travelling on Catalpa over the next few years? Okay, so that is like the same question as before, but yeah, I think maybe another year. Oh, 1 second. My door's shut and Morai wants to come in. Morai wanted to say hi. Say hi. Alright, I've got some more questions to answer. Alright, what is your favourite part about living on a sailboat? My favourite part about living on a sailboat, I definitely think travelling to new places but getting to bring my home with me. So like everywhere we go, our home is there, and it is pretty cool and amazing. BF question, how long have y'all been dating? Sorry, I would try to read that again. BF question, how long have y'all been dating? How did you meet? So we started dating in December, so yeah, we've been dating for 5 months. And we met when we hauled out Catalpa in Puerto Penasco like 2 years ago, and they also hauled their boat out at like the same time. So that is how we met, and well, yeah, here we are. It was a long time before we like started dating because, well, I guess one of the parts about being a boat kid is I just always have the expectation of meeting people and we leave, so I don't get attached very easily, and I'm like, oh, we're like, it's nice hanging out, but you know, we're gonna leave eventually and never see you again. So anyway, hopefully I get to see him somewhere, and yeah, I hope that answered your question. When are you moving back to Australia? I don't know. Don't think we're gonna move back to Australia for a long time, but definitely want to do is visit way more. We've been sailing for like 10 years. We have visited home 3 times, 3 times I think, which is pretty bad. Yeah, we're definitely gonna try visit way more. Yeah, I don't think we'll be moving back to Australia anytime soon, but we definitely want to go visit. What do you think is the biggest benefit for you sailing the world with your family? The biggest benefit, there are so many benefits. Getting to see the world and how other people live, and it really, I don't know, like humbles you. It really changes your perspective on life, and I think it's pretty cool. And learning so many different things that normally I wouldn't have learned otherwise. What is the black ring that you wear? Doesn't really seem like your style. This black ring, I know, I see it in the videos when I'm editing. I'm like, oh, I should have taken that off. It is a aura ring, so it like tracks your sleep and other stuff. I had a silver one, but I lost it, and so this is Taj's that he gave me. Yeah, that's what the big black ring is. It's kind of just a tracker of sleep and stuff. It's really not my style. I mean, maybe some people like a chunky black ring, but I personally do not. How is Morai adjusting to the sailing life? Morai is doing insanely good. Like, he has never been seasick, and we've been in some pretty rough weather recently. He was sailing probably the best. He just slides around and is super chill when we're actually sailing, so it's very good. It's a very good boat cap, and we were a little worried. We're like, we hope that he doesn't get seasick and he doesn't like hate it, but so far so good. Can Morai swim yet? Well, the last time we tried to see if he could swim was in Punta Mita, because he fell in the water and then he was wet already, so we're like, let's just see. We put his harness on, and Dad threw him in the water like away from the boat and like held it just in case to see if he could swim. He swam, pulled himself up onto the ladder, and yeah, that was the first time we'd ever seen him like swim, so we definitely have to give him some more swimming lessons. What is your favorite swimmer brand? So we live on a boat and we're constantly swimming, and my favorite swimmer brand right now is Ayana Swimmers. Blue triangle top that I wear constantly. A couple of other pairs of their swimmers, and yeah, right now they are my favorite swimmers. Alrighty, that is all of the questions for today, and I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next week as we sail from Punta Mita to Barony Navidad and do 100 and something nautical mile sail. So I'll see you next week. I hope you guys enjoyed those questions. If you have more questions, then leave them down below. Subscribe, press that thumbs up if you liked the video, and I will see you next time. Bye!